Relationships, who'd have them? Sure, isn't it better to lose someone and to have loved somebody than to have never loved at all? What do you think? So listen, I've had a few queries in. So Wolfgang and I are doing this thing at 5 o'clock on a Monday, talking about relationships. So I hear so many times people saying that, it's his fault, it's her fault. If only they were doing this. This person's a narcissist. This person's a narcissist. This person's a narcissist. Do you know what happens in relationships? I go, who do you think is at fault when a relationship breaks up? Who do you think is responsible? And now you might say, well, it's them, it's them, it's them. But here's the thing, until you learn to take 100% responsibility yourself, you're missing the point, and you're destined to keep living the same lesson over and over and over again until you get the wisdom that is being trying to be given to you. So in a relationship, what we've got here is you've got 100% and 100%. That it's not 50-50. I didn't say that. You're responsible for your happiness and he's responsible for his happiness, or whoever. It is 100%. There isn't anything else. Now, this may knock a few heads off in that you think, well, I didn't ask for this and I didn't ask for that. Let me tell you a wee story, actually. There was a girl that I was sitting in the hairdressers, and I was overhearing her conversation, and she's just had a little baby and she was talking about her boyfriend. And then she started on the story just going, well, if somebody else cheated on somebody, now if my partner ever cheated on me, and she had this whole story worked out as to how she would react if her partner cheated on her. She had the whole story. She even had it up for about 3 years about what she'd do and how she'd treat him. She had the whole story done. Now, why would you do that? I understand why you do it. You do it thinking you're protecting yourself, but your word is your wand. You may as well go abracadabra. And then guess what happens? In a few years, that young lad may cheat on his girlfriend, and she will blame him. She did not realize that thoughts become things. What are you thinking? Say your partner's late home at night. Are you thinking, that's it, he's cheating? I don't care if you've had the experience before. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You're with a different partner, or maybe your partner has changed. People say, oh, leopards don't change their spots, or whatever it is they say. People do. But it's your thinking. This is your life. You are the creator of your story, and you bring people into your story to help you see yourself. And until you get that, until you really get it and take 100% responsibility. Now, if you're in a relationship that's an abusive, you just leave it. Just leave it. You don't stay in it, you leave it. But what about this and what about that? Well, this is all your choice. And what I have found, literally, is I can change everything using my imagination. Einstein said imagination was more important than knowledge. Fortunately, I didn't quite hear that quote. And so off I went and studied all the knowledge around behind everything, quantum physics, the mystic thingies, the holographic universe, the conspiracy theory, everything, And now I've realized that I'm creating my own reality with every single thought. And I don't get it right because I didn't even hear half the thoughts. And then I see something outside and I go, if I'm being honest, I felt that. I thought that would happen. Guess what happened? It happened. You see, this is the thinker. Your heart is the prover. Let me say that again. This is the thinker and your heart is the prover. Your heart is 5,000 times more magnetic than your head will ever be. But so when you're not paying attention and you create stories, well, if they did this, if they did that, whatever, that's what's going to happen. Pay attention to every single thought. Don't blame the other person. The other person is a mirror, is echoing what is going on inside of you. I absolutely promise you may not like what I've just said. You may have countless bits of evidence to share with me about how that's not true. I'm not going to listen because I know. I know who you are. I know who we all are. And we're all here. It's a universe. It's one voice. One voice. And if you were truly honest about what you want, maybe whatever's happening to you, you didn't want it and you resisted it. And what you resist persists. Just thought I'd share that with you because it's been coming up quite a bit. I've had a deep look at myself and where I've been, not taking responsibility for something myself because I've forgotten about it, thinking something's happening to me. If I think anything's happening to me, then I'm in a victim potential. You're 100% responsible for all the results in your life. You're 100% responsible for how you react to them. You're 100% responsible for what goes on in your imagination and what you think and what you say and what you feel. Your body is an instrument of the mind. It is nothing else. And when you get that, then you'll start to change your world. One comment, one thought, one image at a time, and change everybody else's as well. Hope you got that message. Might have disrupted a few feathers there. But disruption, I've got to snap you out of it to change something. If you're not being challenged, you're not being changed.